Hello everyone, I am Hanan Al Musa from Palestinian schools in Qatar. Today inshallah I am going to explain periods 5 and 6 from Unit 1, Living with Modern Communications, pages 8 and 9. Let's start. Let's start with exercise 2. Read and mark the sentences true or false. In this exercise, you have 5 sentences. You are going to read them and to mark them by using true or false. After reading the sentences, you are going to listen to a text about modern communications and how we can live with them. And while you are listening to the text, you are going to mark the sentences with true or false. Now let's read the sentences. Number 1. This week, Young World is about the ways we communicate in today's world. Number 2. We know more about the weather than we did before we had satellites. Number 3. Mr. and Mrs. Qudsi think their children should watch cartoons, sports, and serious programs too. Number 4. Ali gives his mobile to his family when he goes fishing. Number 5. Lynn's and Mark's mobiles are always busy because mom and dad are calling them more and more. Now I want to play the CD to listen to the text. But before that I want to number the lines and also to underline the words that you have seen here. Please listen.
Period 5. Activity 2 and Activity 3. Welcome to Young World, and this week we're asking people of different nationalities, how are modern communications changing our lives?
There are lots of bad TV programs, but the weather forecasts are good. We get bad hurricanes here in America, and they're getting worse. But modern satellites are collecting better information on their speed and direction, and forecasts are getting better. So we understand hurricanes better now, and we now know when and where one will arrive.
We get Palestinian TV and hundreds of other satellite channels too. Hanan and I love watching cartoons all day. That's bad, I know. But now, Mum and Dad say we can only watch serious programs like documentaries. We think that's bad too.
Like a lot of Moroccan people, my job is fishing, and my mobile is very important in my work. It's expensive, but I can now call different markets from my boat. That means I can find the best market for my fish and take them there. My mobile is giving my family a better life.
Australian farms are big, and our parents like to stay in contact, so they've given us mobiles. But now we're calling and texting friends more and more, and Mum and Dad are getting angry. They say we're always on the phone when they want to talk, and we shouldn't be. Oh, someone's calling now. Excuse me.
Now let's see the answers. Number 1. This week, Young World is about the ways we communicate in today's world. It's true. Number 2. We know more about the weather than we did before we had satellites. Also true. Number 3. Mr. and Mrs. Qudsi think their children should watch cartoons, sports, and serious programs too. It's false. They think their children should watch only serious programs like documentaries. Number 4. Ali gives his mobile to his family when he goes fishing. It's false also. Ali takes his mobile with him on the boat and calls different markets from there. Number 5. Lynn's and Mark's mobiles are always busy because Mom and Dad are calling them more and more. It's also false. Their mobiles are always busy because they call and text their friends more and more. Check your answers, please. Now I will give you 5 minutes to read paragraph A. Then we have some questions that we are going to answer. Now let's start. Number 1. Who is speaking in paragraph A? Anna Torres. Number 2. What is she talking about? She's talking about the weather forecast. Number 3. How do people in America understand hurricanes better now? They understand that because modern satellites collect better information about the hurricane speed and its direction, so they know when and where a hurricane will arrive. Number 4. What does the underlined word one mean in paragraph A? One means a hurricane. Now I will give you 5 minutes to read paragraph B. Then we have some questions that we are going to answer. Now let's start. Number 1. Who are speaking in paragraph B? Samir and Hanan Qudsi. Number 2. What do they love to watch on TV all day? Is it good to do that? They love to watch cartoons all day, and it's bad to do that. Number 3. What do their parents want them to watch? They want them to watch serious programs like documentaries. Number 4. Do Samir and Hanan agree with them? What do they say about that? No, they don't agree. They say that's bad too. Number 5. What do the underlined words "that's bad" line 10 mean? That's bad mean watching cartoons all day. Now I will give you 5 minutes to read paragraph C. Then we have some questions that we are going to answer. Now, number 1. Who is speaking in paragraph C? Ali Maghrabi. Number 2. What is his job? His job is fishing. Number 3. Why is his mobile very important in his work? Because he can call different markets from his boat and sell the fish. Number 4. What about the bad thing in using his mobile? It's expensive. Number 5. What does the underlined word "there" mean? There means a market. Now I will give you 5 minutes to read paragraph B. Then we have some questions that we are going to answer. Now let's start. Number 1. Who is speaking in paragraph D? Lynn and Mark Lomax. Number 2. Why have their parents given them mobiles? To stay in contact with them. Number 3. Why are their parents getting angry? Because they are calling and texting their friends more and more. Number 4. What does the underlined sentence "we're always on the phone" mean? It means we use the phone more and more by calling and texting our friends. Now let's go to page 9 to do the exercises. Exercise number 1. Read and complete the table. In this table, you are going to write the names of the persons that we mentioned in the text. And you are going to write from where they are. And they are talking about what. And also to write about good and bad things about modern communications. I will give you 5 minutes to do this exercise. Now let's start with the first one. The first one is Anna. Anna is from the USA and she's talking about TV, about good things on TV, that is weather forecast, and about bad things on TV, that lots of bad programs. Number 2. Samir and Hanan are from Palestine and they are talking about TV, about good things on TV, that is watching serious programs like documentaries, about bad things like the TV on all the time. In this sentence, I want to change the word like and to write instead the word watch. Watch the TV all the time. Number 3. Ali Maghrabi is from Morocco and he's talking about mobiles, about good things of mobile that he is finding best markets for his fish, about bad things for mobiles that they are expensive. Number 4. Lynn and Mark are from Australia and they are talking about mobile phones, about good things of mobile phones that they can stay in contact, and about bad things that their parents get angry because they are always on the phone. Please check your answers. Now exercise 2. Work in pairs. Ask and answer questions for young world. You are going to make questions and answers for the persons that we mentioned in exercise number 1. Let's see this example. Excuse me, is your name Anna Torres? Yes, it is. And are you from the USA? Yes, I am. Tell me, how do you feel about TV? Well, one good thing is this. We can get good weather forecast every day. What about bad things? Well, one bad thing is this. There's a lot of terrible TV. So you are going to make another questions and answers by using the information in the table in exercise number 1, and you can choose also and you can change the information in the brackets in this exercise. I will give you 5 minutes to do another one. Here I did another example of the conversation about Lynn and Mark Lomax. Of course, you can change the information and write about any person that you want, according to the characters in the text. Let's read it together. Excuse me, are your names Lynn and Mark Lomax? Yes, we are. And are you from Australia? Yes, we are. Tell me, how do you feel about mobile phones? Well, one good thing is we can stay in contact. What about bad things? Well, one bad thing is our parents get angry because we are always on the phone. Now let's go to exercise number 3 and to answer these questions. Exercise 3. Read again and answer the questions. Number 1. What is happening to hurricanes? They are getting worse. Number 2. What is happening to weather forecasts and why? They are getting better because modern satellites collect better information about the speed of the hurricanes and their directions. Now, paragraph B. Question 3. Which do Samir and Hanan like, cartoons or documentaries? They like to watch cartoons. Number 4. What do their parents prefer? They prefer documentaries. Now paragraph C. Question 5. Does Ali always take his fish to the same market? No, he doesn't. He always takes them to different markets. Number 6. How is his mobile giving his family a better life? He can call different markets and sell his fish in the best place. Now paragraph D. Number 7. Do Lynn and Mark live in a big town? No, they don't. They live on a big farm. Number 8. Are they using their phones for the right thing? No, they aren't. They are using them to call and text their friends. Thank you for listening. I hope you have understood the lesson.